All right, we got it that time. Welcome to Anything Is Possible. We're just pulling into the park here, and not gonna sugarcoat it. Could be tough today. We're in a cold snap here. Everything's slush and half frozen. So we're at a park here that we're hoping to find water on. We did catch trout here on Monday, so the plan is to, you know, look for open water and hopefully get on some trout today. I'm going to go to a different spot first, and if that doesn't work out, I will backtrack to the original spot. That last live, I thought I killed it, man. That last live was good. Of course, Stewart would call it a skunk, probably. You know, I was a little upside down. Wasn't feeling it, you know. I wasn't feeling the vertical. What's going on, Brad? Welcome in, buddy. There's Rocky. Looks like Rocky Balboa working out. We're near Philly. Might be Rocky. There's Stewart. Welcome, welcome. Hope you didn't see my last live, Stewart. I got skunked. Of course, it was 10 seconds long, and I was still in the car, but still a skunk. So I figured to go live. We're getting to the spot now. We're inside the park, so it's kind of beautiful. I don't know if the lens needs to be cleaned off. It looks a little foggy to me. I don't know what's going on. Steve Brill, good morning, good morning. I'm going to be the icebreaker, man. My car says 34 already, so I think it's going to be warmer than they think. We're going to see what we're dealing with. 53 seconds. That was one of my solid lives. That was a good live. So I'm going to try down here. I have the waders with me. I'm not going to put them on yet. We're going to go down under this bridge that we're about to hit. Hey, Jimmy, good morning. And then we'll see what we're dealing with. I brought 2 rods. I re-spooled a rod with 2-pound fluoro, so should see how that goes. I don't see much traffic here, so I'm hoping nobody's down here. Hey, Danny, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. We're just pulling into the fishing spot. Bear with me. I got to throw my backpack together, throw you guys on a tripod, and pray that there's water and not ice here. Give me a second. Here we go. I got my car keys. I always got to show you guys my car keys so I don't make any mistakes here. Hopefully we're going to harvest some trout today. We're not in a meat crisis, but I got room in the freezer, if you know what I mean. As long as there's meat in the freezer this time of year, I'm going to put meat, I'm going to stuff it full. I got enough for a small deer. So if I don't catch a lot of fish, I'm going to be back to hunting soon. Okay, bear with me, guys. Got to get you all straightened out here. Okay. Let me look for my missing glove. MIA. Oh, there it is. Right where I left it. Got a Joe's fly on one rod, and of course my trout magnet on the other. Let's go see if we can find water. Josh, welcome in. Curtis, welcome, welcome. Good to see y'all today. What's she fishing for today? I look very feminine with the full beard, but I do identify as a man, and I'm fishing for trout. Come on, Curtis, drink some more coffee. I don't know, maybe I should have brought my ice skates instead of the waders. Oh, I hear water, I see ice. Let's see what we got. Turn this thing around. Ooh, whiteout conditions. Easy mistake. Shut up. What do you got over here? Can't tell if that's wood. This is definitely ice right here. Let me go up under this bridge. Little pocket there. Let's go down here. So I started my rehab this morning. So I got an hour of rehab to do 3 times a day. So 3 hours of rehab on my Achilles tendon to get it working. Okay. Yeah. Well, that sucks. There is a little bit of water there. I'm going to throw a jig in there just to see if I can see anything. Bear with me, guys. We'll get you all set up here. Stand over there, I guess. Welcome in, Tim, Julie, Skeeter. Welcome to the crap show here. Get some other stuff here. Get my gloves situated here. These are not the ideal gloves to wear. I need to get a good pair of fishing gloves. Should have brought my other ones. This material, if it touches a hook, it's hooked, you know. I'm gonna start just a 1/164th jig, powered trout magnet. Oh, there's a trout there. There's one in there. You can get it. Oh, Lord. Trying to figure out what is ice and what is water here. Hold on, sorry. Get you guys squared off here. 15 in, 11 thumbs up. Man, oh man, let's get this tripod situated here. This is a tough time of year to fish. Rocall's Cabin, welcome, welcome. Jeff Beal, what's going on? Raptor Will, appreciate y'all coming in. Welcome to the crap show today. James, what's going on, brother? Jeff, you know where I'm at. I see one brookie down there. It's close to thawing out. If the sun comes out and hits this, it'll work free pretty quickly. I don't know if you can tell that current going down here. That's water, but this is slush. Now, I'll put the camera this way so you can kind of see what I'm dealing with. That's ice, right? You can see that back there? And then right there it starts falling in. And that's actually the best hole here. And then right there it starts being slush, so it doesn't stay up, it comes back up. Give it time to get all the way down there. Let's see, Bud Files, welcome in. Let's see, time to break out the ice gear. Man, I wish it would make up its mind, either freeze or thaw, man. Thank you. I might have to put a hook and power bait and just kind of jam it through that hole and let it sit down there. Germs, welcome in, welcome in. Boy, does the picture look all right to you guys? It looks real dark to me. Maybe I've got like the screen down low or something. Templin, good morning to you. Little frosty out here. Looking for water. All we got is ice. We've got a little pocket over here of open water. Picture looks great. All right, thank you. Looks perfect, thank you. Oh, dang. I had one over here. He came out of nowhere and slammed. I never even saw that one. Let's see if I can get back on there. Sleeting, supposed to get 50. Yeah, we're getting the wind tomorrow. It looks horrible. Hey, Ralph, good morning to you. There's Tim. Welcome in, Tim. Starting with the white, right where we ended up yesterday fishing. Not my favorite color for trout. I will change it up soon. Come on, don't swim away from me. I hook up in here, it's going to be interesting. We'll just take a few more casts, and there's another hole downstream, so I'll go down and see if that's open. Looks fine, looks like a cloudy day. It's semi-cloudy, the sun's trying to pop out. Ever since, what did Templin say? A tree fell through our house in a December storm. I'm paranoid. Yeah, Templin, I'm the same way. We had 4 trees hit our house during Hurricane Sandy, so I hear you. I called the paranoid hotline. They said, how did I get the number? Oh, man. Dang, that's a big brookie swimming around. Let me see what I can do here. I don't know why I put a spinner on. I'm going to move this way and try to cast lengthwise in the open water like an idiot and try to reel in a lure. Fishies. It looks like a frog on top of the slush. We looked at it. Let's walk further down the trail, see if the lower hole's any better. Hopefully the sun will pop up, because it won't take much for this to break up. If not, what I'll do is I'll come back, I'll rig up with hooks, and I'll put some power bait on or corn, and I'll sit it here for a couple minutes. I don't know what else to do, so that's what we're going to do. I do have a couple more holes within minutes in the same creek system to hit. Good morning, Rick. Welcome, welcome. Cold and snowy in West Central PA, Tim says. I think I'm caught up. 19 folks watching this crap show. You know, it's real easy to just take this time of year off and hide. But I'll be out here anyway. Here comes the sun. My luck, I'll go down there. The sun will hit this. It'll open up, and four people will pile in. Piece of power bait laying there. Red happens to be my favorite color, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I'll put that in my pocket for right now. I only see two holding in that little hole, but the best spot's right over there a ways, so I can't really see that. Right above this is usually good too in the spring, but right now the water's too low. Jody, what's going on? Thanks for coming here. Terry B, what's going on, bro? Yeah, Brad, I'm afraid that we're the only ones that think this is cool. Skeeter, what's going on? Yeah, I'm afraid we're the only ones. Everyone else is like, would you catch a fish already? Catch a fish? I can't even find water. And look, there's the desperation of many anglers. Just logs thrown out there, rocks thrown out there. I'm just looking through the ice, see if I see a whole bunch. But they're probably holding all in one little hole. It's funny, people don't see trout and they're like, oh, there ain't nothing in there, you know? But when you find one, you usually find pretty much the whole group. In this stream, anyway. Lower hole, see if there's anything here. I do have waders, and I can definitely do some ice breaking. But I don't want to go complete desperate mode right away. Wow, water is so low. One of the best creek fishing days I had after Christmas, cold, picked a pickerel out of half frozen ice. Yeah, definitely have some good days in the winter, but boy, you got a lot of bad days in between and a whole lot of walking around like this, you know. I just didn't want to put my waders on and end up hiking 10 miles like I did Monday, especially with my busted Achilles tendon. So they've been treating me for stress fractures in my feet because I keep breaking my feet. They couldn't figure it out. Here's a thawed hole. The chances there's a trout in this hole. But it turns out I have a ruptured Achilles tendon. So every time I kind of twist my ankle, there's nothing to stop it. Which is funny because like the first thing they said to me 2 months ago was, man, I wonder if it's an Achilles tendon. But they said you wouldn't be able to walk on it. Oh well, I could walk on it. Just hurts. What do we got here? So a few casts, it looks pretty anyway. Yeah, the waders, and ice, when it's a thin layer like that, you gotta be careful. It can rip them up pretty good, but the ice can also just go underneath your foot and still do its ice job. Take down. Um, Pickles, welcome in, buddy. Dang, it's cold out here, guys. Well, you know what? I got to remember to cover up my fingers when I pick up this metal tripod. That's my dumb mistake right there. I thought it was a fish. Just a snag. Gonna move down. I like to fish. I like to cast these trout magnets up current and bring it down. And my dad would yell at me to do it that way, but that's how these trout magnets work. Could be a little challenge because most people when they trout fish throwing corn, you know, the local people anyway, when you throw corn, you're sorry bouncing you around, you're throwing it across the current and letting it drift, you know. But with the trout magnet you're casting up. Kind of gets frustrating. It's like everybody's in your way and you're in everybody's way. You're like, this is how I have to fish this. All right, here we go. At least you got a view, guys. Take off my glasses. It looks like the Atlantic. Niagara Falls. I can zoom in like I did when we were fishing for stripers. I was watching that live last night where I accidentally put you guys on like 100% zoom in for like 20 minutes. Trying to figure out what's water and what's ice right now. Yeah, feel my fingers. I don't know. Go a little bit further down. There's a plank down there. I'm thinking that's frozen, but it's not a far walk. I'm going to rule that spot out. Then we'll work our way back up to the bridge. Take a quick gander at that again, and then we're going to move spots. Hey, Mike. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good. I'm sure you're probably going out fishing a little bit. You're nuts, too. Let's see what... I should really try fishing with corn. If I threw a can hard enough, I might make a hole. Yeah. Buy 2 cans of corn. Crack it open, throw it through the ice. Chum it up at the same time. Yeah, once it freezes solid, it's fine, but the water's so low too, it's just freezing. Usually it freezes solid, and you can ice fish some ponds. And then these creeks usually get enough snow melt periodically that there's more flow, and they tend not to even freeze solid. They just froze right up this year. There's another good hole right here. But ain't getting in it. This might be the old cut bank here. Maybe they moved the, yeah, they moved the platform sunk. Yeah, people were desperate to fish this. Wow. Well, let's go back to the bridge, and we're probably going to end up back in the car. I like there's a big thing of power bait right there. Like idiocracy of trout fishing. Maybe they'll come up like a shark through the ice if I cast my power bait there. I'm going to go up. We'll hit the bridge one last time just to look at it. Now we'll go right to the car. Let's go to another spot where you got to hike in. This is why my feet hurt, but a lot of knuckleheads around here. You got to hike if you want to get to a good spot. You can't go to the parking lots. Maybe we'll go where we were Monday. I'll throw my boots on. Drive around a bit first, I guess. 17 folks hanging out. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to Pennsylvania. Friday, hopefully the weather cooperates. I really want to go fly fishing. It's Myra's birthday, and on our channel, when a member has a birthday, they can tell me where they want me to fish. They all see me fish. They know the spots as good as I do. So Myra wants me to go down the Valley Forge National Park, Historic Park, and we're going to fish Valley Creek. It's artificials, catch and release only. I think there's some wild brown trout population in there, so good chance we'll get skunked. But we'll do it like a tour of the park, and we'll make our way down and we'll fish the creek if we can even find water. But we'll have a nice hike and chat. And if the water's open, this is actually a great time of year to catch them in there. We've had some killer days in there. I've done some videos in there. Beautiful crystal clear water. So this is a spot, if we get stuck, we could come back to here and throw power bait, but really don't like to sit there with power bait on a live for trout. It's like okay for, like, you know, carp, catfish, but sitting there watching trout rods in 4 feet of water, like, I'd rather watch somebody fish in their aquarium or their bathtub, I think. We'll keep that spot in mind, but let's move on. Let's move on. Hop back in the car, drive a bit, access another spot. These spots are a little far to just walk along the creek, so you're better off hopping back in the car and driving a minute and hopping back out again. In the spring, you know, when the water's up, they'll move around a little bit, but they just stopped them like a week or two ago, and water's so low, I don't see them leaving the holes that they were dumped in, to be honest with you. go. Get you guys back in the car holder. Yeah, like Brad said, it's really not it's not bad. I mean, it's nice to be out. I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. It just stinks for you all. Slab, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Hope you guys are good. I don't know what Pickles is talking about. There's been a few lives like that, but I'm imagining striper fishing, because I think I had to take Dramamine last night when I was rewatching that. When I zoomed in, that was pretty wicked. All right. Whew. Let's see if that temperature dipped. Actually, I didn't think it was going to be that cold out there. It is definitely chilly. It says 34. So, shouldn't get any worse. Should start clearing up. I'll tell you, the one thing that's good about this is if it was nice out, this would be like fished out already. No one's here because they walk around, they see the ice, and they're like, heck with it. But you're stupid like me, you don't give up. I go to that other spot. I'm going to walk all the way down there. Could. I think I know where I'm going. Hey, good morning, Rod. Yeah, it's nasty. Everything's like semi-frozen, Slab. You know, that's slush. So there was one little hole there. And, I mean, it was like fishing in a bathtub, but there was one big brookie in there hanging out. But, like, what are you going to do? Throw 2 rods of power bait there and wait for that one brookie to swim by and get hungry? And he was an ugly brookie. Wasn't one that looked very tasty either. He kind of looked nasty. I could walk from that one down to these other spots. Oh, Lord. We'll park over here and we'll walk back to where we were 2 days ago. Did I pull in here? I think I pulled in here. Park ranger. Let me go ask him why he hasn't cleared this ice off for me. They're always in good spirits. Probably come over and arrest me. Bouncer's out towards you, Tim. I have a feeling he's between us. That's my take on that. I know he's out in the Amish country. Door tailgate trunk open. No, it's not. What are you talking about? It's not open. Let's get you guys back out. Okay. That Altoona. That's one of the stops on the Pennsylvania train. Used to do the Tour de Tuna. So does Johnstown. You guys are like one stop away on the Pennsylvania train. To keep an eye on the battery life too. 'Cause when I'm walking like this, I don't plug the exterior. Morning. I don't put the exterior battery in. You're gonna wear a mask. Am I gonna leave it there? Pick your trash up, people. Hold on. No good deed goes unpunished here. Pick the damn mask up and immediately get it snagged on my treble hook. Love it. You're less than an hour away. Flea market around Duncansville area. There you go. It's a small world. Probably that guy you cut off in traffic the other day gave the finger to slap. It's probably Tim. I'm just kidding. Pickles, I'm not like a crazy morning person. I do get up at 4, take care of like everything, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't like just jump out of bed and love being up at 4 a.m. But what I've learned is like if you get up, what you want to do most, get it done right away. Otherwise, like you never get to it. You find excuses like not to do it, or you find other things that you have to do. So I like to get up and kind of knock out everything as fast as I can, one after another, of what I want to do. I still have to do all the things I have to do first, but you know what I mean. Right after I get done what I have to do, comes everything else. Speaking of which, I might be the live tomorrow might be a little bit later. Might be like a half an hour later. I have got something to do at like 9:30. I don't know if it'll run late or not. I'm not sure where we're going to fish tomorrow. I know where we're fishing Friday. Tomorrow is going to be horrific, to be quite honest with you. They're talking 50 to 60 mile an hour winds tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. But I'll see if I can think of something creative to do. I'm trying to think if there's you know, sometimes you'll have tail outs or you'll have like under dams, somewhere where it's really protected. Maybe where we went and caught the carp or something. Maybe I'll go there. Hold on. I gotta put my glove, my mitten on. Oh, it's a story walk. You guys want to do the story walk? I'll read to you. You're supposed to bring your kid here and make them read while their eyeballs freeze. Blowing out the candle, our family gathers near singing happy birthday to celebrate the year. Oh, look at this. Parents, did you know children who look happy and healthy can have dangerous levels of lead in their bodies? Children's lead levels should be tested at age 1 and again at age 2. Thank you, government. That's like a, imagine being a kid reading that. Harriet Beecher Stowe White Ash is planted at Harriet Stowe White Ash grows. It's in her home of the novelist and anti-slavery. The Trees Project assets authenticity. Interesting. Huh. Pretty sure that's the trees that all died though with the boreal beetle. Might want to remove that plaque. It's kind of like the downfall of the trees here. So around here is like where you can't drive past, so you have to go on foot, which I absolutely love because it kind of keeps people away. The problem is I'm turning into one of these people that need easy access. I didn't know what I was going to read. You guys asked me to read it, Rod. I didn't read. Somebody said, what are those signs? What are all those signs? I didn't know it was going to be government warning me against the evils of big lead. Kids are so scared of everything. No wonder why they don't go outside. Hey, look, an ashtray. Oh, by the way, kids, you probably have lead poisoning by now. Have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors. But remember, there's poison ivy, there's Lyme disease, there's all kinds of deaths waiting for you in nature. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this one will be demonetized. These are all farm fields here, hence the farm park. We'll go down to this bridge. I think that's going to be frozen, and we're going to go down the trail. There's a hole that was not frozen 2 days ago, so I'm thinking it might not be frozen today. Coyotes. Did you see them? There are coyotes here. I've seen them right here before. Right in this field on the left. When we were stocking the spring, there was a bunch of coyotes out here. Ah, Lord. Morning. Yes, sir, Curtis. Looking for unfrozen water. They stocked trout in these waters like a week ago and it immediately froze up. So, and this is like 1,000 trout just hanging out, waiting to be caught under the ice. Yeah, we've gotten a couple 2-pounders and a couple that were over 3-pounders out of here. So there's some buttes in this. Look like salmon, to be honest with you. I filleted them up and they filled the baking sheet, like putting them, you know, not lengthwise, obviously, but crosswise on the baking sheet, completely filled the sheet up. 2 trout filled a whole baking sheet. They're monster slabs. For giggles, we'll go up on the bridge, but I expect this to be frozen, and then we'll come back and we'll walk down this trail right here. Took a jar of mercury to school. Yeah, my dad used to work in an oil refinery. He had some type of a liquid. It was like liquefied. It was heavier than lead and thicker than lead. It was crazy thick. Do you want to build a snowman? Yeah, we're screwed. Definitely screwed. Maybe we just go home and make chocolate chip cookies live. Oh, Lord. There's a little puddle over there. DSA Eagle Scout Project. We'll go look at the other hole. I know it's not going to be, that's pretty shallow on the other side. You know, it's funny when we were stocking, I was talking to people stocking. I was like, this is going to be frozen in 2 days. You see the forecast? And they're like, nah, it won't freeze. It won't freeze for a couple weeks at least. I said, nah, I think it's going to freeze real quick. The waters are so low. Not only was I right, but I'm the only idiot trying to fish. Okay, we're going to hike and... Yeah. Used to play with mercury. Yeah, my dad said they used to break thermometers when they were filled with real mercury, play around with it on their hands. That explains a lot, Rod. That explains it. Let's see what you're all saying here. Yeah, exactly. Don't bring that back now, you hear? More trout later. Yeah. Yeah. Next week. I just hope it doesn't thaw out on a weekend. I want to thaw out on like a Wednesday when Travis is working. Oh man, hold on. Snagged a tree behind me. What is this building? Probably somebody in there. Look at that. You, come on. Gosh darn it. All right, guys, I'm gonna mute this. I gotta use the boys' room. Bear with me 1 second. Oh man, safety first. What is this? Let's face it, we ain't catching fish today, so we might as well get in trouble here. Let's go poke around. We need somebody who's old to tell us what this is. I'll be good. I'm not gonna know what I was about to say. I'll make Rod mad. Springhouse, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't look like any I've seen before. Huh. Pee in the water thawed out. Yeah, come on, Rod. Pay your internet bill. No, probably Sasquatch. Everyone's looking out there, and maybe Sasquatch bought a house. There's a lot of government programs out there for housing. May have taken him up on it. Look how many people wander into buildings like that. He could be in there reading a newspaper right now. So I had to sit there and tell the doctor yesterday. She's like, well, have you been staying off your foot? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you're not a subscriber, are you? Sure, yeah. Staying off my foot. Oh, yeah. This feels good though. This stuff doesn't bother me so much when it's flat like this. It's the rocks and roots that really hurt. Luckily, there's ever hardly any rocks and roots. Squirrel. Squirrel. And make sure we're live here. I know we were spinning for a second. I had to refresh twice. Take a break, Rod. That was hard work. Tomcat in the house. We'll see what this spot looks like. We'll walk to one more spot before we give up and go somewhere else. I mean, it might be just one of those type of days, but popped up last night on a vertical stream just to go out and check another spot, but that was no good either. You're basically casting around ice sheets, and then they'd blow and the whole ice sheet would move. So we just have to find the right spot. Yeah, this is a long hike in waders. If I had to wear my waders, probably just put them on my back. E-bike would be awesome. But hey, you know you guys be watching YouTubers that go out hiking, right? There's that buck rub. There it is again. It's freshened up a little bit for you members who saw this one on Monday. Look at that. The big buck's been at it. I should have peed on that. It really made him confused. Oh yeah, guys, water. Water again. Same setup. Same setup. It's got that path of water. You guys feel like Groundhog Day again? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Turn you guys around. SFO. SFO is always an option. SF. Top secret, Travis. Top secret. Let me get a color on that I like. I still got Mama Cookie's white on for crappie here. Let me get that off and put something on. I'm going to be down hugging that tree, basically. I'm going to be a tree hugger. So it'll be a little hard to keep up. But I'll go down, cast a bit. We picked up 5 out of here Monday. Morning.
How you doing?
Good, how you doing? Hey, pup.
Stocked it up, huh?
Yeah, stocked it up and immediately for solid.
You know what? I just came the other way, coming this way. There's a big blue bird.
Oh, gray herring.
He just sits there, you know. But
Yeah, he probably catches more than we do. That's what they do. They sit there and eat the trout. Right. Yeah, Brad, it's gonna be fun, isn't it? Yeah, if you can't fish, buying fishing tackle is not. That's what I thought you were talking about. That, yeah, the shop. I hate shopping. Hate it. Hate it with a passion, man. If I have to shop, it usually is like a place like that. But man, I hate shopping. I'd rather go home and bake freaking Christmas cookies. I'm not joking. The problem, the one spot I was thinking of tomorrow, it's really protected by the trees, but with those gusts that they're calling for, those trees might be coming down, so it wouldn't be a safe place to be. So when you guys see the video that was posted today from Glacier Shark, he stole my idea. He stole that. He's out there salmon fishing with it on his spoons. After giving me a hard time, he's out there fishing with it. Now, I'd give him a harder time, but you know, I don't want to hurt his channel because Wilson would suffer, and we all care about Wilson and Devin, but mostly Wilson. So I'll be nice to him. Kite flying, that's a good idea. 3 to 8 inches of snow for me on top of the wind. That's horrible, especially if you got white pines. Yeah, I told you it was going to be bad tomorrow. Hey, Paul, cheers. I'm going to go down and hug on that tree a little bit. Try this side. Where'd you go, fish? They're still there. They're under the ice, but I see them. There's a good number of fish in here. We'll get them out of here. I'm just going to alternate between the jigging and the lure. I got 2-pound line on the other one, so I'm going to go down there with that. Try to cut wood tomorrow. Yeah, you better have some wood ready for the wood stove. We might be without power tomorrow. 37 on Thursday for Rod. Don Johnson, what's going on, buddy? In search of water, man. Raptor Will, we just barely found water, man. See, Will's been with me a long time. He figured I didn't catch anything yet. I got to make you guys, I got to get my watch time up, so Make sure you watch for a couple hours before I start catching. All right, had a hit there. I'm gonna bring you guys down with me. Had a hit, one hit the spinner, so give you guys a better view and I can keep up with chat this way. Okay, like this creepy spot here. Okay, bear with me while I get you guys in position here. Oops. Good Lord, that might be good. Fall right off the slope here. Take that. That's pretty good. I can see all there. Just right on the edge here, ready to fall in. We're fishing with the Joe's Fly right now. So, hey, Matt's in the house, Autistic Angler. Welcome, welcome. Oh boy, I almost fell in the, I almost fell in there, guys. I'm right on a root. I'm so close to falling in. Gosh, now my Band-Aid's stuck in the hook. I picked that piece of trash up and my treble hook got stuck in it immediately. Okay. Friday the 13th. There's a big sheet of ice out there. I'm running the lure right as close to it as I can. They're under the ice. I can see them under there. I gotta get this down deeper. They're chasing. A couple little ones are chasing. My other rod. couple more casts with this and I'll switch back to the jig. Turkeys. Woo. Got 12 in the house, 24 thumbs up. Appreciate it. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hit the wrong button. What the heck? Come on. Working in tight quarters here. Come on, fish. Wake up. They're waking up. They're starting to. Whoop. See, I didn't hit nothing. Why is it over there now? What the heck? This stupid phone. You guys see me all right? I think just switched around. I apologize. I'm getting them to swipe at it. They're definitely swiping at it now. I may put this on the other rod. The other rod's got a 2 pound. This has 4 pound. I caught ice. It's beautiful out here. There on, fish on, fish on. There we go. Fish number 1. Come on, buddy. Skunk is off the bank. We'll get him on the stringer. There he is. Nice little rainbow. Hopefully you guys can see me. Bam! That was the green trout magnet, green and chartreuse, or green and black, I guess I should call it. Let me grab the string. I'll be right back. Someone had asked me before about a stringer. So we use stringers when you want to keep your catch fresh and alive and you're moving around creeks. Now once I call it a day and I'm heading to the car, I forget what the word is, but I will euthanize this thing. And I use I forget the name for it. It's like a Japanese method where you put the hole right behind the eye into the brain. That way they don't have the stress, which they say makes the meat not taste as good. I know one thing, if you put them alive in a cooler and they're just bouncing around in there, I know that affects it because I've done that before and it's not ideal. So I always thump them. When I'm going to kill them, I thump them and then put the whole brain. I know it's a little specific for fishing, but some people want to know this stuff. So I thump them, put the hole through the brain, and then I immediately cut the artery under the neck so it bleeds out while it's dead. Heart's still pumping, the blood's still pumping. I see Masha. There's Mayhem and Miracles. Welcome, Masha. I was just thinking about you. I got to get caught up. I haven't been seeing you on there. Terminate. Yeah, another. Use stringers when I don't want to catch anything. If I'm, yeah. Stringer's great for that too. Use a stringer and you're guaranteed to get skunked. Usually when I forget it, that's when we catch them. I had a catfish swim off with my stringer once, didn't secure it. Yeah, if I get a 2-pounder, I'm gonna have to secure this a little differently. So limit's 3 in PA, and I'm not gonna be too choosy today. And there's a good number in this hole anyway, so it wouldn't hurt to clean them out a little bit. All right. See like my back, I'm sorry. I don't know if you, yeah, you know what, I gotta move you guys so you have a better view. Let me move you guys. Whoa. It's not easy. I mean, this is what I'm dealing with, trying to get you guys set up somewhere with this type of terrain so that you can see me. It's not that I'm being lazy or inconsiderate, it's just that we have to deal with what we're dealt with out here. This way. I'll stand down there. You should be able to see me all right here. Quick break at work. Who was that? Justin, what's going on, my man? Fish head. Ray, we got one on the stringer, guys. The 2-pounder we caught Monday went under that ice, so I could have had the net ready. I didn't have the net in reach. I had to jump in the water to get them. Just alternating between the jig and the Joe's Fly spinner, inline spinner right now. Got him on the trout magnet as usual. Monday it was a real fine jig that was getting them. But sometimes they want a more erratic jig. I'm kind of changing it up each cast. We're Gonna switch back to the spinner here. A little hard to see chat from here, I apologize. But you have a better view this way. Otherwise you're just staring at my back. I wanted to go deeper, so I'm sticking the tip of my rod under the water. Little trick to get a little bit, you know, get a little bit deeper. Changing up the pace too, trying to figure out what they want. Okay. Gonna switch colors on the trout magnet here. February 18th is the last day until spring. That's right. April or March. April 5th. There's Tim's got it. April 5th next year. All right, Justin, have a good day at work, buddy. There are year-round spots. There are spots that you can hit year-round. You just have to know where they are. Just go to the website, PA website for it. Did I leave my... No, I should have it. So the reason I like trout magnets, I probably sound like a broken record, but you have all these different choices without having to retie. You can put all the different colors on it. You could put a worm on it. You know, like I can put a power worm. You can put a minnow, you know, and then change 100 different colors here. I'm going to go with a chartreuse or fluorescent yellow, whatever it is, next. I make a little pile of them as I try them so I know which colors I've already worked through. And believe it or not, sometimes that's all it takes, different color. Catch and release areas, trout fish year round. Exactly, yep. Yep. There's delayed harvest as well. There's a lot of different weird rules. You have to get that magazine that you get with your license and read it cover to cover. There's a lot of good info in there, especially if there's places. Do not go on Facebook and ask, because you'll get 100 bad answers. Just read the book. His spring break is the second week in March. If you're coming up this way, Ray, I'll look up for you. I'll find some spots you can go. ATC, man, they need to sponsor me. I'm like a broken record with these things. I catch everything on them. I can rig them 100 different ways. I've done 4 or 5 good videos on trout magnets over the years. And I still got to buy them like every other sucker. But I rather use Dave's jigs when I got them. That's a good thought. Maybe I'll throw some jigs on a little bit with the feathers. I know it looks like I'm handicapped here, but I'm walking on roots that are just hanging over the water. little pocket here. I'll put all my jigs in there. I'll work through the colors. I like the bright colors because you can see them, and you can see when they get picked up. With an erratic jig, you might not feel it for a second, and it might be too late. I'm only going to do like 5 casts, and then I'm going to put this on the 2-pound setup. I really think that's going to be better. It's going to let it sink. 2-pound line will sink more than 4-pound, especially fluoro. Yeah, they're chasing it. It's just not getting down deep enough, and I don't want to put a split shot on. So I'm definitely going to change this up. I'm going to put this on the other rod. Last night I was on Skeeter's channel, guys. I know some of you were looking for me because I was going to pop up live on mine, but Skeeter was on my, Skeeter was on my channel 2 or 3 nights ago. So we went over on his channel. And we spoke about lures, and he was eating pizza. That was the highlights of the show. And we talked about lures and ice fishing mostly. Fluoro is like invisible for a 50-year-old. Well, it's also very, very fragile. Try that again. Ouch. Sharp. Do you guys know that fish cannot hear you guys talking above water? People think you got to be quiet when you're fishing. You really don't. Now, if you're in a boat, they'll hear the vibrations, or if you're kicking rocks, they'll feel that. But they don't hear. They don't hear anything above water. Can't find the hole. You can see why I don't like to retie often, right? It's not easy when you get old. All right, let's see if that pays off. Let's see if that pays off. Let's see if I can do this without falling in Gang Creek. Make sure that trout magnet's on right. Looks good. I don't know why I didn't catch a fish on the first cast. All right, let me see what I'm missing in chat. You're fishing one hole like this, doesn't hurt to take them easy, give them a little break here. Georgia Times, what's going on? A South Carolina DNR officer pulled us to check my license. We were fishing for trout. He looked at my bait and said, you know that's a crappy bait, right? Don't be the rush for 50 now. Snickersville, Pennsylvania. I don't know. You tell me, Steve. You tell me. Hope it freezes enough South PA to ice fish, but probably. Hey, Eco, welcome, welcome. You're probably not far from like Michaud, right? Michaud State Forest might freeze quicker, and it's probably not that far from you. One on the stringer. Yeah, trout are chasing it. Travis, they're hanging out under the ice, and the little guys are kind of coming out, but it's like they're getting interested. They're starting to swirl under there. So it might just be time. As the sun comes up, they might feed a little more aggressively. But we don't have a lot of options today. So it's like we're fishing in a bathtub. Had a game warden once tell me on opening day to stay off the deer trails because it was too warm out and ticks were a problem. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sure I've got Lyme disease. I've been in the woods my whole life, but never had any of the issues that people have with. I got plenty of other issues. I do have flies and an indicator, but the reason I don't think that's going to work is, well, first of all, I tried a bobber with flies the other day, and there was like zero interest. The only reason they come out of that ice is if they see something, and then they just come out and they stare at it. And there's not enough current to get them interested. So, there's a squirrel. Yeah, there's a bird up in that tree. I thought that was a fish that jumped, but I look up and there's a bird up there and there's berries on it. He's knocking berries down. So yeah, I apologize. It's not the most interesting live, but I'll tell you, there are some 2-pounders in there. If I hook one of those, it's going to be awesome. All right, Jimmy, going down to the, on the river. Awesome, man. Awesome. Good luck, buddy. Get him. Hopefully it's not frozen down there. You guys see on the other side of this tree? A little bit. I'm going to pop up on top real quick and cast from the other side. There's some nice ones in there. Some nice hogs swimming around just under the ice. Put one of the worms on. Switch to a worm. Marketplace. What's Eco got going on here? Budget fly setup. It's not too bad. I mean, you can get like a 5-6 weight rod from Walmart. I mean, they're not horrible. For what we do, Eco, they should be good. I mean, that's what I use. Probably like 30 bucks, 40 bucks. You don't need much. And get a bunch of different tippets, like 5X, 6X. You know, and then once you get the hang of it, you can tie your own. And, you know, once you buy that, if you're going to do it a lot, then it's probably worth it to buy that material so that you can make your own leaders and tippets and all that junk. Okay. So I'm going to put this cream worm on there now. I feel like if that sun pops out, it's going to melt fast. I've been also trying to carve some lures. If I give you some, would you like to try it? Oh yeah, man. Absolutely, Eco. Yeah, I try to avoid Walmart too, but it ain't easy when you don't have the money to go any other route. But I mean, you know, to spend a lot of money on a fly rod never made much sense to me because you're casting line, you know. It's a step above hand lining, and they've turned something into so like, you know, something like caveman style. They've turned it into this like nerd thing. I don't get it. It's the most basic type of fishing you can do. Try to get down lower, let this thing sink a little bit more. few casts, and I think I'm going to bait up some power bait, throw it out there, and we'll just have a chill chat for a half an hour and see if we can catch something on the power bait. They wanted nothing to do with it Monday. Going to shorten this up. These Berkeley power worms or trout worms, they get beat up. So you can take like the first half inch off if they start slipping on you, and they're just as good and they'll stay on the hook better. And sometimes the smaller size is the ticket, so. Let's put a hook on, see if we can trick something in the feed in here. Come down here with y'all. Okay. Can you put that handle on that reel on the opposite side? What are you talking about? You left-handed? You guys are all lefties? That makes sense. I'm trying to figure out how Devin got into my fishing box and stole my Polsky smelly jelly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to put power bait out, and we're going to stay low, see if we can get a bite on live on the bait. We're right-handed. That's why we hold, part needing the action. I cast with my right. I mean, you guys are just wrong. I don't know how to tell you this, but you guys are just wrong. Except for a bait caster, then you switch. Yeah, nice little size 8. Let's try that. I can only cast so many times at the same 20 fish. I got to get them out from under the ice, so I'm hoping if we're quiet and we cast and I sit down that they'll get interested. I missed the hole. I mean, I can't see this line, so I'm hoping the fish can't either. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put that red power bait on that I found, but I'm going to go dip it in the Polsky smelly jelly here. And I also need some split shot because this stuff floats. So let me, here we go. This is for Travis. Oh, that's a big one. I'm going to do a short like that soon, Travis. You're reading my mind. Kevin and I were talking about that. Troll people a little bit. Man, this line is like cobwebs. Oh my gosh, so tiny. Okay, I'm gonna put a, well, maybe I'll just put one on. I'll start with one split shot, but I do want to go get the smelly jelly. Hang on, be right back. I don't know how to change the reel. That's a good theory. You could be right, Steve. I'm going to use whatever flavor I got. I think it's shrimp. Let me go look. Yeah, it's shrimp glacier. I have another flavor, but I didn't bring the other one. Technically, these are Kevs, so I'll take what I can get. Figure out how I'm going to prop my rod up here. Let's first get it out to the right spot. Whoa, that's not the right spot at all. Come on. Oh, don't do this to me. I just re-spooled this today. I might have put a little too much line on. Never re-spool a rod before coffee. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Drop you guys down so we can all get low. Okay. Can you see that rod out there at all? Try to figure out a better way to rig this rod up A35. All right, well, 835 is welcome here until he, as long as he behaves himself, he's welcome here. I do think I recall A35 being a kid. I mean, welcome in, but as long as you can have a good time and hang out with us all, you're more than welcome to stay. Yeah, both of you guys, everybody just drop it and move on. And we'll start today going forward and see what we get. We'll give it a couple minutes. Yeah, no more. Let's drop it. Going to give it a few minutes here. I just have a rod sitting here with power bait on it. We've been throwing jigs, been throwing spinners. We got a sheet of ice and they're hiding under the ice. We got one on the stringer, but the big ones seem like they don't want any part of it. They're hiding under that ice. So we're going to see if they come out. Just tighten this down a little bit. We unfortunately don't have a lot of options right now. We don't have a lot of options for fishing at the moment here. I hope you have a shelter spot for the morning. Yeah, I'm going to be looking, man. I'm going to be looking. The nuggets work good. I have the eggs on. I like the eggs. The actual form stuff drives me up a wall, because if you use tiny treble hooks, it does work. But then you're dedicating yourself to that technique, you know. It's too much of a pain. You got to rig them differently with the sliding weight. And it's like when you're on the go, I try to be flexible. You got to be able to change stuff real quick. Yeah, the nuggets, I had a lot of luck on the nuggets. They fall off a little bit more than the eggs. But I want to get up top so bad where I can see. But it's going to affect their chances. Let me go up. We can have a better live conversation. You guys might be able to see the fish from up there, which would be pretty cool. The mouse tails, Brad, I tear the heads off. And I use the back, so they're like a Berkeley power worm. But they're fatter than a Berkeley power worm. And sometimes it makes a difference. So I actually prefer the decapitated mouse tails to the trout worms. Call me crazy, but if you want to see a couple cool ways to rig those, go to Lip Ripper's channel. I don't know if you guys know who Lip Ripper is. He comes in occasionally. He's a busy dude. He's got an awesome channel. A lot of animal activists tried to take him out, but he is still a channel. He doesn't do much on YouTube anymore, but he's still out there fishing every day. There's a tree. Hey Myra, welcome, welcome. Let me see. Let me get this casted out. Actually, you're better off looking this way because I'm going to put the rod over here. The way fish are, you got to be ready for an immediate bite. So that is ice, not blur. That is ice. There we go. We're gonna let that sit over there. You guys can see that rod a little bit right there. We'll see what happens. We'll leave it there. We'll get caught up on chat. We'll have a little chat, and we won't be here much longer. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Stuart. That's the formed. We call it formed here, the formula. Then you have to roll it. It comes off easy unless you use a tiny treble hook. Kind of a pain in the butt, so I don't like that as much as the egg or the nuggets. You know what? Chicken liver works really good on trout. I've watched them come out and just demolish chicken liver off my catfish hooks, so they definitely like chicken liver. And they sell chicken liver scented power bait now. Good, good. I'm glad he's doing something, man. Getting that surgery done. I thought I was getting closer with my foot because I went to a nerve specialist because the one guy I was thinking it was related to my back issue, which is not good because when I had my back issues, they basically said, you know, when I start having issues with my extremities, which I already kind of do, but the real light issues, manageable issues, but that's when it's time to, you know, rethink the operation. And another single hook. Yeah, Tim. Travis, what's your secret to keeping it on the hook? I know you're supposed to like mush it up, and you're actually supposed to dip it in water first, according to the containers, but they just fall right off. Mush up some power bait trout and rub it on the chicken liver. Garlic around here is kind of the key this year. Garlic's been doing a lot of the damage. Can you replicate the feeding time from the nursery? I mean, you can hear the sirens from Norristown. It should be pretty good. They should feel at home. They're not far from their home water. Glacier, don't make me time you out. Using that curse word in here. Work. I know, I saw it. But he's already going to get punishment enough. He's fishing in Alaska in December, so. So frustrating. I can like see him under the ice. So I reeled it in, and they followed it while I reeled it in. As soon as I stop it, they take off again. That's why I went with trout magnets. They don't want anything sitting there today. I'll just hold it down there, see if I feel a bite. Never falls off. It could be that mine's 4 years old. We're joking, A35. We say that work is a 4-letter curse in here. Ooh.
Want a bite?
That one hit the line. I don't know if it was a bite or just swam into the line. All right, we'll let him play with it a while down there. Yeah, chartreuse is my go-to, and sometimes red. Red is the only color I've ever caught anything on besides trout. I've caught some sucker fish on red, and I've caught some pickerel on red. So sometimes I like to throw red just for that reason. Red's always a good color. Jerry, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, it was just, we were just laughing about we're just joking around. We joke around a lot, 80-35. I probably haven't bought any in a while, probably change it by now. I usually outfish people using chartreuse. Travis, let's be honest, we usually outfish everyone anyway. We're not competing with the best. Lemon lime's good too, yep. Work in court, there's more. Working court. Good Lord, man. What a combo that is. Daisy, the best. We're dealing with ice back there, Jerry. I don't know if you've ever encountered that, where you live. But we spent about an hour and a half looking for water today. So we did manage one trout so far, and that was jigging. But now I've switched to power bait because they're all under the ice, and they don't want to come out in the water where I can hit them. So I thought maybe I'll put something tasty down there, they'd come out. Oh, you weirdos eating your power bait and talking flavors. I can't afford to eat power bait. Yeah, sometimes that works, 8:35, but I mean, I've been on top of these fish for an hour. Um, they'll follow it in, but they won't hit it. Hey, Rhode Island Roger, happy holidays to you. It is the holiday season. We are blessed to be out here fishing. As slow and arduous as some of these fishing days are, not a moment goes by where I'm not thankful to be out here doing it. Yeah, there's something to be said for pressured fishing. Sometimes, when they're pressured, and that's kind of the problem here. It's the only hole that's not frozen, but we're up high, right? So they see you. When I walked up, I knew they were in here because I saw, the whites on their fins take off through the ice. So they're already spooked. Food should be forbidden word. Yeah, they sometimes follow it that way. It does work sometimes. Kevin jigs it on a jig head, but grew up in New York, Boston and New York, so you know. But that's what we're dealing with here. We had an early freeze up this year. Let's talk about buttered sausage. They make all kinds of shape, make it flutter as they retrieve it. Yeah, that's the worst. All right, let me play a little bit. See if we can force feed one here. And that's kind of the idea of the mouse tail, right? Mouse tail is a power bait. It's literally an egg with a tail on it. It's kind of the idea of that. You jig that along. Yeah. Try doing that with a live, right, Curtis? I do a lot of that upstate for natives. Can't wait for Christmas. Going to finish my list and get more fly time mural, probably a new fly rod. Nice. Don't want to forget my lure. Put it up here. No, don't fall in the water. try to sight these guys up again. Figure out where they're hiding. Oh, just fell in. Good move. Not sure what to do. It sounds like a good idea, like getting your boots on and like breaking through the ice, but like what are you going to really do? Like the ice isn't going to disappear, you know what I mean? You're going to have to jig through ice. It's not going to work. I think I'm going to go park where we were at the bridge and go for a little bit of a hike down. There's another spot I haven't hit yet. Um, So I'm going to put the jig back on. I'll take a few casts and then we're going to move. That's going to be what we're going to do here. Yeah. Let's do that. What I'll do is take my power bait hook off and I'm just going to soak that thing in the shrimp sauce. That's what I'm going to do. Put the jig on, take a few casts, and then we're going to go back to the other spot where we were first. Take a quick peek there, maybe a cast, and then we're going to go for a hike. Pretty good hike, 10-15 minute hike in. And there's some other holes that we've never fished live before. Cheeseman emerger. Another tie flyer, fly collar. Packing up, guys. Give me a minute. Be right back. Good gold. Changing up. I'm going to go with the gold jig head now. switch to a gold jig head and a yellow body this time. That color on a gold head. I've been going with the black because that's what worked last time, but I know they like different things on different days depending on the light. I fish enough to know that, you know, it definitely pays to switch colors, especially when you're targeting the same trout. It's a lame day of fishing. I apologize. I mean, it's nice for me to be out here, but I wish there was more action. But you kind of roll the dice, thinking of spots to go. And the one spot I would love, I got a bridge where I can smack the crappie real good, but we don't have connection there. We've tried multiple lives up there, and it's always a bad live. I could go up there with a sabiki rig right now and do all right, but I'm fishing for you guys today. And, you know, not saying I made the bad decision. I mean, I checked the other spot, a couple spots yesterday. It was this or nothing, basically. Now we're in a hole where there's trout, so I mean, if these trout decide to all of a sudden start biting, we could have a great day, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen today. Monday we worked for them, but they were a lot more active and we caught 5. They're just all held up in there. They're not moving much. There's a reason Monday I was like casting like a maniac, because if you saw what I saw, it would have kept you casting for hours too. They were just going after it, but not, you know, committing every time. But we got them, but it took a lot of work. Hey, Tom, welcome, welcome. Let me get you a wrench. Welcome back. Appreciate you coming back. Tough day here. We got one trout, but it's just so hard to find water. Yeah, just tough. We found some water. We just have to find the fish. We're going to jig here a little bit. We've been hit this spot for a while. I'm ready to move. But I switched back onto my Confident lure. We're going to give it one last go here. You know, another 10 casts or so. And if nothing, then we're going to move to another spot along the same creek. But I'll have to get in the car and drive. Come on, fish, bite. Stupid fish. Funny how like a different setup can really affect your lure. Like I fished the same setup on my other rod and it looked a whole lot different. That's the difference between an ultralight and a light action. He looked at it. He looked at it a little bit. Let's see if we can get him to bite. They're holding right at that sheet of ice, so. Try to just hang it off the ice and do some vertical jigging under there. The big one just swam right up to it and stared at it. I thought he was going to take it. I got 3 of them there. Oh, dang, I had him. I had him. I had him. Dang. I'm telling you, sometimes watching them is not good because I didn't give them enough time. Oh my God. That was the big one too, guys. That was the big one. I wish you guys could see this. It's going to be epic if I get him. I got the line just stuck on the ice and it's just hanging there. And I'm twitching and I'm twitching. And they've been staring at it and I just stopped and left it there for a minute. And one swam up to it and slammed it. He almost took it. He opened his mouth for it. I don't know if you guys can, I don't know if you'll be able to see down there or not. You might be able to. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Kevin's probably the best at sight fishing that I've ever seen. I always get excited and pull the hook out of their mouth. I doubt you can see this, but just in case you can, I'm going to try one. I'm looking at it. If you guys can see them swirling under there. There's one with a banged up fin. You might be able to see him. He's got like a big white scar on him. They're coming right up to it and just turning off. One of them's going to take it. They're getting more and more aggressive. I think I'm getting them into a frenzy. Oh, you dirty rat. I don't know, did you guys see it? Probably not. Oh my gosh. That was the big one again. Not the giant, but a nice big one. There was like a 4 or 5 pound rainbow in here Monday. He's gone. I don't see him. Something got that guy. It was a good angle. Did you see it? You lost track of it. All right. Get it back down. I don't know to change color. You know what? I'm going to put more scent on this. Hang on, guys. A little more smelly jelly on here. We'll see if the scent makes a difference since they're just staring at it. We'll see if this makes a difference. Where they are. There's the one. See where my lure is? He's right under it. He's got a banged up nose and tail. He's a good 2-pounder right there. Not where I want it. I can't get it back to the spot I want. You guys see those? Oh, see how he took off? Scared that guy away. Here comes one. Turn to left. This is like ice fishing, but be able to see the fish. A lot of sirens going on. I don't know what's going down in Norristown. Here they come again. They're swimming right at us, guys. Oh, he went right next to it. Come on, hit it. I'll even take this little one. Hit it. Oh, come on. How did I not hook up? I think the line's on the ice and pulling away from it. I don't know if you guys saw that. He slammed it. Dang. All right, this has become a mission, guys. I'm sorry, but this is a mission now. Come on, eat it. Oh, man, he comes right up to it and turns away. Ah. They're mostly out right there. There you go. That's the spot I want, right there. Perfect. That last time he swallowed, I waited, it was all the way in its mouth. The only thing I can think of is the line hitting the ice caused it to come out. But that was in his mouth completely. Come on. Oh man, I thought he was going to take it. I feel like I'm getting them into a frenzy, like they're going to have to eat it soon. Come on. Right by it. Come on, buddy. I'm going to just sit it there like a dead thing and see if he hits it dead. I'm on. Alright. I can't torture you guys all day. You just turn it back this way, take a few casts, and we're out of here. Man. They were starting to like work themselves up like they were gonna not be able to help themselves but go eat, you know. See if I missed anyone. Paul, Bouncer, Tom, welcome guys. Rod still hanging out. Paul again. Paul's. Last time they were out, they were coming out more. They're way under the edge. They're not even near the edge. We're out of here. You pack it up. Give me a second because I have to terminate this trout. Let me get him terminated off screen so I don't get demonetized. What a wonderful world. Had enough, buddy? Not the beefiest trout, but hey, at least we're not going empty-handed. Don't get in trouble, Tom. Catch you later, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you hanging with us on some of our toughest fishing. Hopefully we'll get something special going soon. You know how I try to do it, guys. If I don't feel like I'm catching anything and I'm putting on crappy shows, we'll eventually go somewhere on the weekend and make it happen. So we'll just see what it goes. You know, I can't drive far every single day, but you know, the cats are kind of off, the carp are slow, so it's kind of that in-between time right now with the weather. I feel like I say that every week. It's always in between. But if it does warm up next week, this should be fire next week. A lot of fish in there. Nice cloudy day or something would be perfect. Pardon that. You fish hard, dude. You need to rest that foot and you're ready to go in the spring. Let's go bake those cookies. Just about, man. I got one more spot to check out. But tomorrow, like today's beautiful. It just sucks with the ice. But tomorrow is going to be horrible. So if we're going to bake any cookies, it's going to be tomorrow. For real. Probably try somewhere local. But yeah, tomorrow 60-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, I'll be lucky if I have power because of where we live with all those trees. There's a good chance we'll be without power tomorrow. But Friday, I know where I'm going. I just have to think where I'm going tomorrow. The one spot that I kind of wanted to check out today that has bad reception, it's a no-go in the wind, so. If we do go live tomorrow, it'll be for a short period of time, and then we'll go inside because it's going to be. I like to go out in all conditions though, just kind of see how it goes. Why not? And then we'll go back and bake cookies. Oh, man. I've been wanting to try making a carp recipe that I've been working on. Been trying to keep it a secret, but it's not a big secret, and I don't see me making this video anytime soon. But there's like a pack bait recipe, and you bake it around the hook. So it's basically like a little baked boilie, and you bake them on a cookie sheet. I just thought it'd be a funny video because it looks like you're making Christmas cookies, but you're making carp bait. We could do that tomorrow. Check this. This spot's not going to be any better. There's one spot I want to drive to and take a look at. So I don't know. I don't have high hopes for it. It's a shallower spot, but I think it's got more flow. So it could be free of ice, but I'm not sure. See, this drives me nuts with chat. Like, it doesn't come up anymore. I have to constantly touch the screen. Never had to do that before. I'll eat carp again. That's what I should do. Freeze up some trash fish. And then when the weather's nasty, I just go do a catch and cook, or cook on one of the trash fish. It's like shad, whip a shad out or something. Or a sucker, a fall fish. Or black nose dace. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on, guys. Phone just shut off. I need the battery. I need the battery ASAP. And there's a big hawk in this tree above me. Might be an eagle, actually. Sorry, guys. Hang with me. Hang with me. Guess the charger wasn't working here. Looked like it was working. Alright, we're back. Got a hawk right here in the tree above me. You guys see that? Let me pack up. I had to throw the other battery on. This battery is not working. Here. He's right on that tree now. Hey, Mrs. Skeeter. They do want you vertical. I've got the email to prove it. They literally want you vertical. They did not mince words. So excuse me. Excuse me for trying to have a show the way I want to have a show. Yeah, we got the upper level winds, I guess. Come on, baby. There we go. There he is. Look at this joker up there. Did you take my fish? Look, he don't care at all, does he? You know what? He sees my fish. I think I should go now. Yeah, let me turn this on me because I don't trust this joker. I want to see behind me. Travis, if Travis is in here, we've had some experiences. YouTube's awesome. I love YouTube. YouTube is amazing. You guys let me know if this freaking joker comes flying from behind. There's some of these red-tailed hawks down here which get super aggressive. They will take your fish from you. Yeah, 52 on Monday. You know what? We'll have just enough ice that the 52 degrees won't melt it. It'll make it slush. I'm telling you, we're going to have it like we did 2 years ago, where we go 2 months without being able to fish anything worth fishing. That's okay. We'll find spots. I wonder how some of the spillways are around here. You would think they wouldn't freeze. And I know there's some spots up towards Skeeter, actually up towards you guys, or towards my parents more like it, and Jim Thorpe that are bottom draining reservoirs. They should be not frozen. Yeah, Travis. You see that hawk look at me? He wanted this thing bad. I mean, to tell you the truth, thought about just giving it to him. Hardly worth my time going home and cleaning this little guy. But tomorrow night tonight we're having a fish fry, so I'll add him to the pile with 2 more fish sticks. Whew, gotta rest my hand. So now I got my external battery pack, so this tripod's a lot heavier. Last year was good from the shore. Not sure what you mean. Last year was good from the shore. What are you talking about? I could do a silent. I don't know how silent lives work. I could go hunting tomorrow. I don't know if I want to hunt under some of those ash trees though. But like I could go hunt archery and just mute the live. And at least you get to see what's out there. But honestly, I don't think anything's going to move. Those deer are going to be hunkered down, super skittish. So, how you doing? So, I mean, we'll get out of the house. We'll go and just, we'll go out and do something for an hour or 2 tops. And then we'll go inside and do something else. Gosh. Let me put my gloves on. My hands are frozen here. A little too late to do that, right? Holding the metal freezes your hand real quick. Too windy. Do you know how to do that split screen? Like yeah. Like Yogi does. That's what Skeeter and I have been doing, Brad, isn't it? You tell me. I mean, that's what it looked like on my end. When you go live, there's a setting, you know, where you go in to monetize the live. There's one that says go live together. You just click that option, and there's a link, copy link, or you can send the link. I just copy it and save it on my email, and you can send it to whoever you want. Yeah, we can't use rifle where we are, so it doesn't make much of a difference here. Last year was good from the shore. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. I just really, you know, there's a lot of people that go live that are indoors. You know what I mean? I try to get outside regardless of the weather. That's kind of my thing, and I love bad weather. It just sucks because of the audio, the way it whistles and all. But I do love bad weather. Gosh. Oh, Lord. Skeeter's back. It keeps going away too quick. That front moving in around 7 tonight. Oh, man, I hate wind overnight. Pinch fish for tomorrow if you want to bake carp cookies. I'll pinch fish for you tomorrow if you want to bake carp cookies. I might take you up on that for at least some of the stream. I mean, that's kind of you. We'll see how she goes. I like the challenge. I mean, I really like the challenge of fishing in horrible weather. At least giving it a go. It's just like I don't... The thing with that kind of wind is like you can find sheltered spots, but when it's blowing at 60, there's really not any safe spots. There's spots, you know, 60 mile an hour gusts is pretty ridiculous. Things will start coming down. It's going to rain first. Generous going fishing. Oh, it's generous because you could go on your own channel. It's generous that you would offer to come over here. Heavy wind should fold the... Oh, goodness. Fold the thin ice up on the bank. Yeah, the wind should break up the ice, but it's going to go 50 after that anyway. We can't fish from the front. I could fish from the front seat of my Outback. The problem is I could surf the waves that are going to be coming off of Lake Nakamixon tomorrow. That's where I would go. But it's a big old lake. I mean, it'll literally be like surfing waves. So that ain't gonna work. I could go to Cabela's and fish in the aquarium, but I'd be arrested. You guys would have to bail me out. I have a feeling I know where Jimmy's going, but that's a 45-minute drive one way and probably an hour and a half with traffic back, so I can't do that on a school day. Steve, how's the river look by you? Maybe I can find a hole in that tree line somewhere, stay low to the ground, and cast out for carp and cats. I'd have to find a spot. Yeah, river's not for... I figured the river wouldn't be. I'm thinking for tomorrow. Are you all the way down? I mean, I don't know if it's worth going to. I could get as far as Phoenixville. It's not that bad, it's worse. It's not that bad, it's worse on Phoenixville side. It's not bad, it's worse on the Phoenix side. It's still open. I mean, I got a lot of spots, but I'm running out of ideas here. It's crazy. It's like, I swear, I could go up north and find open water, and I can't find it here because there's so much more like spring-fed stuff, you know, comes out of the mountains at 55 degrees all year round. Here, this water is just sitting there at air temp. Yeah, the deer could be moving tonight. You're right about that. In fact, I saw a buck a few properties down from me. There was a nice buck out front, right in someone's yard. What are we at? 3 hours. Good Lord. I could just go home. I don't know. Go home and clean a fish. I think we're better off just going home, clean the fish, rather than spend 20 minutes to get to the other spot. Let's do that. Let's go home, clean this fish up, and have a chat, I guess. Get you guys off of here. Okay. Do you like Mrs. Skeeter's dance? I think everybody likes Mrs. Skeeter's dance. The dock looks nice. Oh, you're up by Flat Rock. Okay. Skeeters are here. Give me a second. Let me throw the tripod in the car and we'll get rolling here. Oh. Okay, it's about 25 minutes to get home, so we'll just have a chat. You know, if you don't want to go for the joyride with us, that's totally understandable. I appreciate everyone coming in, just saying hi and, you know, hanging out for however long you can or want to. Just it's appreciated very much. So we're gonna spin home. But you know me, I mean, ADHD, I might see water and pull over. But I've got a trout in the back. Let's go home and get that thing cleaned at least. Maybe I'll swing by somewhere and check out that I have in mind. I've been rigging up a lot of my stuff for Florida already. So yeah, we got the RV picked out for Florida. I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be an awesome adventure for the family. We're going to go live as much as humanly possible on the drive down and fishing down there. And I'm going to look for people to meet up with. I think we're gonna do our best to meet up with Tammy and Ray from Mom and Sons. Gonna meet up with Fish Head Videos, Dylan Lucas and Fam, and maybe Random Outdoors, maybe Jenny. A couple other people have you know, contacted us about that, so we'll see what what it come, you know, how it works out and when we're down there and all that stuff. I don't want to make a hard set schedule because the idea is that we just kind of roll with it, and we look for places to fish, especially when we get into like South Carolina. I'll probably drive straight through to South Carolina, spend that night somewhere, and then we can kind of chill, slow our pace down. You know, if the weather's crap, we'll move fast and get down to Florida. If the weather's nice, maybe we'll fish there. Yeah, it was hilarious. Mrs. Skeeter popped right up behind Mr. Skeeter. Dancing away. Hilarious. My water bottle's frozen. The lid's frozen. Good Lord. Crystal Flash Emerger. Ah, man. My favorite flies are the ones that look like nothing. Feel like they work better the majority of the time than flies that are supposed to look like something else. Even wilds and natives, you know, growing up, I always had the idea that it was so hard to catch a native or a wild brown. And what I've learned as an adult is they are just starving to death. They're not that hard to catch. What makes them hard to catch is they tend to like crystal clear brooks and things like that. And then, you know, they're hard to approach. But you fish a spot like that right after a rain where they can't really see you, or there's a little bit of chop. And man, I swear they're easier to catch than stockies at times. Don't you go falling in love with it, Brad. I'm going to take it home with me when we leave next month. Who wants to see the house I grew up in? I could swing by my old house on the way home. And see the house I was born in. I should save that for a member-only live, but I could show you the house I was born in if you want to see it. Kids can fend for themselves. Awesome movie. I don't know what they're waiting for to put the statue up. My kids. You talking about the Florida trip? My kids? Alright, I'm going to show you. It's on the way. Because it doesn't matter. I don't live there anymore anyway. I don't live anywhere near here. Your kids. I didn't read the whole, I know what Brad's talking about, but I didn't read the whole quote, so I'm forgetting the next line. It's hilarious though. I love that movie. Yeah, I love the olive wing fly. Olive blue flies are a deadly fly here for trout in the spring. And stuff. This is crazy how many houses are here. This is third one up here. They took my tree down, dirty rats. They cut my tree down. Right there, that's my house, right there. Okay, that's it. That was it. Man, cut my apple trees down, dirty rats. Jerry, welcome, welcome. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? Heading home. Only got one stinking trout, man. It was hard to find water. Everything was frozen. One stinking trout. But still good. I had fun. I think I tortured everybody today. But I had a good time. It was like fishing in a bathtub. There was like 4 feet of water I could hit with a lure. I'm just thinking, do I even want to drive down? I got a couple spots in mind for tomorrow now. I've just thought of a couple that might have some crappie in it, some perch. But it's a long drive, and I hate to get down there. And then it's one thing if I go where I went today, it's like a half an hour. If I can't fish, I can't fish. But I go an hour, 2 hours of driving for nothing is a lot. All right, passing my elementary school. Also, no statue. No anything statue. Got a picture for me. Alrighty then. It is beautiful out. I mean, fishing conditions are, the fishing might be really good, you just can't get to them. You need a hovercraft. It might have been a lot of lures on the branches. We had 2 big old apple trees out back, and like a weeping willow tree in the front. Frigate. The license plate says frigate. So is that 2 trout? A35 is tying up a storm. Yeah, I'm gonna rig up one of my fly rods. might take the spinning rod too, but I'm definitely going to concentrate on fly fishing on Friday if I can find a spot with open water. See. Frigate. I just got the one trout. Yeah, Mrs. Skeeter, as a kid, that was our fort. We pruned the branches that go right down to the ground, and we used to like hide in there and hang out in there. It was awesome. See, there's a little pond right here behind Mr. Markley's house. It's frozen over. There's some nice catfish in there. What are you guys up to today, Skeeters? Who of my members are going live? Yeah, no worry, Jerry. Thanks for popping in, man. I'll try to catch up with you on your live soon. Fishing stinks, man. Now I got a trout in the back of my car. I can't really stop and hit a couple of different holes that I was thinking of. Should have let that hawk take it. Yeah, I got all the flies I can handle, man. I got so many flies, and I don't have time to, I tied them for years, man. I tied flies 20 years. I just don't have time for it anymore. I still dub up like the green and brown, the cat. I still make some of those for hire. Just because I just use a size 8 regular trout hook for those, and then you don't need to weight them. But other than that, I don't tie much. But things settle down, maybe someday I'll get back into it. There's plenty of fly tires out there though. Yeah, I'd have to like tie it to the car roof, Jimmy. You know, the sun beating in your car gets warm. And I was thinking down here, but you know what? Look at all the orange. The hunters are out. I don't feel like fishing the creek. These guys. Yeah, I can't chat much, guys, so I'm sorry I'm seeing some paragraphs pop up. Can't really get to those. Hmm. 111. Another 10-15 minutes till we're home, then we'll fillet up the fish, and then we'll end the live. Not really worth climbing out in the tree stand for, because boys get home at 3. I'll just do some stuff around the house and maybe hunt the sunset. Creek we just passed is pretty good in the springtime, in the early summer, but by fall it's just blown out. Too many people. Steve, I know a place I'm trying to find. Oh, excuse me. There's supposed to be a new boat launch down in Collegeville. I haven't figured out where exactly it's at. But I'm trying to, I don't think it's any good for fishing per se. But it's not on I have a map of the waterway. That's not on there because they said they just built it last year. But I've yet to find it. I know they're building one up in Green Lane. I know where that's going to be. But I don't see the one that they're supposed to have down here. Some good fried chicken right there. Specs. Yeah, you know how people are. They'll call this Collegeville, but it might be 10 miles down the road somewhere. But this is Collegeville. This is the Perkiomen Creek in Collegeville. And I thought maybe it'd be right here because they just done so much work, but it's definitely not here. I've been down on the bank, riding my bike all around here looking. Let's go this way. Are we there yet? Getting there. Mm. 40 degrees. I should be able to turn the water on today. See, this creek used to have a series of dams on it. This was one dam we're going by now. But they took them all down because they said the shad would come back up. Well, the shad have never come back up. And now there's no, now they've demolished the catfish population and the bass population. Good luck with that, Brad. Better take the auger out. Park. And then skip back. I don't know. I don't think, man, that's what Hoy. They swear they are doing good, but it's always bad. The Fish Commission. That's what. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. And it's funny because that report came out, and my wife knows a lot about it because of the line of work she's in. And it's like these feasibility reports, I don't know if that's the right, I think that's what they're called. but it takes so long to go through government. It takes like 10 years. So in that time, the water table had dropped so much because of the businesses and the things that developed around here. And by the time it passed, no scientist in their right mind would have passed it with knowing what was going to happen with the water level. You know, they'll call it everything else, but I mean, heck, we got what, 2 concrete plants? You know how much water concrete plants take, and breweries? You know. But by then, you know, they got their money and they got their piece of the pie, and damn the consequences, they're going to knock them down. And now they're doing it on the Delaware. They're going up, Bogley was talking about it on his channel not long ago. Yeah, right, Steve. I never understood. Like, why would they knock these down? Why don't you start at the lower dams and work your way up, you know? But I think what it is they have to go one community at a time, you know, and they take the ones down that they could get down. And then some communities fought it really hard, so they'd skip over that, thinking they'd have more pressure, I guess, if they had the other ones knocked down first and they had more say. I don't know. I don't know what the politics were behind it, but I mean, the creek's so low now, it's almost useless. It's a shame. Right. You go to the dams, that's where they all are. Rod's back. Welcome back, Rod. We're on our way home to clean all our fish. Gonna fillet them up. Gonna fillet the fish up. So you don't know if I caught one or many, because fish is both singular and plural. So it's a mystery to Rod how many fish I caught today. But I'll say this, my back hurts. My back hurts from carrying the fish. Yeah, that's all I got, Rod. That's all I got, man. I tried everything. I even was vertical jigging with the line on the side of the ice, and I actually had one bite it 3 times. Guy's lost his hard hat right in front of that truck. The truck locked up his brakes. Yeah, I think it's hard to watch somebody fish sometimes on YouTube, you know, because you don't see what the angler sees, but there's times where, you know, if you saw what I see, you'd be like, oh yeah, don't leave yet, they're gonna bite. But there's a lot of times they do that crap and they never do bite. Oh man. My mind's going a million miles an hour here, trying to like figure out what to do, but for tomorrow. could go down to the river. But if it's so ridiculously windy, I hate to drive far just to come back. See, this spot's all wide open. I think I just thought of where I'm going tomorrow. Yeah, I got a spot to go tomorrow. We're going to hit one spot. If it's no good, we're just going to call it and make cookies. But a while ago, I was on a bike ride. Y'all were with me. And there was a big wooden bridge, and I said, holy crap, look at all those fish under there. I assumed that they were suckers, but recently somebody told me that they dumped a load of trout in there in the middle of the summer. And I'm just wondering if that ain't a bunch of trout. But even if it's sucker fish, I'll throw a bunch of corn out there. I'll rig up 3 rods. We'll hike into this place. We'll throw out 3 rods with corn on it and see what's in there and see what we can catch. Welcome, Luke. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing good. We only caught 1 stinking fish today. Up here in Pennsylvania, everything's freezing up. So we had a heck of a time even finding open water. And we found a spot where the trout were hiding under the ice, but I tricked one to come out, and we caught that one, and it was just a long, hard day of fishing. But we're gonna go home and fillet him up on the table, and then we'll call it a day. Awesome, awesome. That's a good feeling, Will. Always a nice feeling you get done the test and upgraded to 55. It's 55 degrees out there. Dang. Swimming weather. Prickly cactuses still look pretty good. My prickly cactus looks dead as a doornail. I hit a deer with my bike on this road once. I've hit 2 deer with my bicycle over the years. One was here, and one is where we're going Friday in Valley Forge Park. It was a draw, Steve. It was a draw. The one on this road, I literally went into it, like over the handlebars into the deer. The one on Valley Forge, my bike hit it and I went over the deer and the bike. Both deer were fine. There's that little kitty cat in the road. Freaked out. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hill, so both times I was descending a hill, so I was probably doing about 30 miles an hour. They don't know what to do with a bike, you know. They know it's not a car, and it just kind of freaks them out. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to act. There's times where you could ride a bike right up to a deer. As soon as you stop and put your feet down, they run off. Getting close. Getting close. Let me put the camera on there. So many knuckleheads finding my house. I'll catch up on chat when I get there. About a minute from my house right now. Pull in, we'll get the fillet table set up, turn the water on, and we'll get this trout filleted up. Oh man. Fish stone. Oy. It's always something. So after I leave you guys, this is the project I've got going on right here. I'm redoing the motor on my son's e-bike. So that's the nightmare that I have waiting for me, I think. So my wife's been tearing it apart, and we got to fix that thing up. That's one of our projects. All right. Let's see. We figure out. If I lose you again, guys, I'm just going to shut it down. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough to bring this. Yeah, I don't know if. I don't think I'm going to be able to charge this up. I think I killed it, guys. I think I've killed it. Oh, maybe that's the problem. I flip it around. Let me see if this is actually charging. I can't plug it in. I mean, plug it in. Where am I at? If I hit this button. I'm at 1%. I'm going to shut it down, guys. It's not worth it. It's just going to, you know, in the middle of filleting this fish, it's going to die off. So I'm going to turn this off. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure I get caught up on chat one last time. Testing, 1, 2, testing. Appreciate you guys. Had a good day out there, even though the fish weren't cooperating, or the fish or the water wasn't cooperating. Still had a good time. So I appreciate y'all coming along. I think I know where I'm going tomorrow. I just got to keep my eye on the weather because it's going to be ridiculous. But what we're going to do is we're going to go out. We're going to fish this spot. Give it an hour or two. If nothing's happening or it's nasty, which it will be nasty, we'll come back and we'll bake cookies or something. Just have like a chill day. Anyone that wants to hang out. All right. Catch y'all later. Have a great day. Peace.